Alright. Seems Gabriel is
Hello?
not ready for bed yet.
It's me. I can't sleep.
Me neither.
Can I?
Yes. Come.
The torrid love affair continues. Day 5. The road was blocked, the truth was shunned, the white flag had been waved. Reversal cost me all I had and everything I'd braved. And the creepy dude is still here.
Are you okay, Gabriel?
Sure. Great. Why?
I'm worried about you.
If I were any better, Grace, I'd be dead. Now, what's up?
You got another package this morning. FedEx from Germany.
I was expecting that. Where is it?
Well, it kind of came open, but I salvaged the contents. There was a letter from your great-uncle Wolfgang in a journal.
The package just came open, huh? How'd you like the journal?
Someone has to look after you. You're in trouble. In case you don't know it.
Yeah, you've been reading my horoscope again, haven't you, Grace?
Just read the journal carefully, Gabriel. Please.
St. George's books. Oh, Professor Hartridge, I'm glad you called. Did you... You did? Wait, slow down. The Aigris? Really? You think that's them? The wheel within a wheel? A goon badagri, huh? Well, that does sound like it. Dambala, the snake. That's the wavy pattern at the bottom, okay. The 1791 slave revolt in Santo Domingo. Well, why would the Veve show up there? Huh. Okay. 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 Look, I'll come over as soon as I can. Okay. Relax, Professor. I'm excited too, but you're gonna give yourself a heart attack. Okay. Thanks. See ya.
I wish you'd tell me what's going on. I swear you're gonna step into a hole you may never get out of.
Don't look so worried. No one knows what I'm doing. I'm perfectly safe. And I'm getting some great stuff for the book. Besides, there's something about all this. My dreams.
What about your dreams?
Nothing. I'll be careful, I promise.
Alright. Let's take a quick look at the... Actually, let's look at the journal first. Which... I think we're going to read the whole story of.
Gabriel reads through the pages Wolfgang marked. He reads of Gunter Ritter's journey to Charleston as witch hunter, hired by the townsmen to solve a series of ritualistic murders. He reads about Gunter's meeting with a beautiful slave woman, Tetelo, and of Gunter's tormenting urges for her.
Oh, bastard.
He reads of their physical union and passion, and of Gunter's investigations into the murders.
Physical union's a nice way to put it.
The victims were all crew members on a certain slaving expedition to Africa, it seemed. The second to the last entry described Gunter's plan to set a trap for the coven committing the murders. He found the name of one of the surviving members of the crew, a man now living in the West Indies. Gunter has spread a false rumor that the man is returning to Charleston. He himself will impersonate a sailor and allow himself to fall into the hands of the coven. Naturally, Gunter has arranged for able-bodied assistants to follow and attack the coven before they can do him harm.
Halsey, son of a bitch, wasn't he?
Gabriel turns to the final entry of the journal. Gabriel reads through the pages.
Oh, bastard.
Apparently.
Moses.
Alright. Dear Father, I offer these final words of apology for the harm done to our sacred office. The woman I wrote of, Tetelo, was the witch I sought. I have committed terrible crimes. I loved this witch, then betrayed her, then used our sacred family power to free her and aid her in destroying this colony. So Tetelo, it's a name we should remember. The talisman is gone. Tetelo took it. I can but pray for thy forgiveness, for thy swift recovery of the talisman, and that my punishment in hell will be long and bitter. Thy undeserving son, Gunter. So, come back to all that later. There's also a letter from, yes.
Wolfgang's letter says,
Dear Gabriel, please read the enclosed journal carefully. It might help you understand your family's special obligations and our current predicament. God be with you, Uncle Wolfgang.
Might have been nice for him to provide just a little more information on what exactly he means by that, but that's fine. We
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
check in with Grace about the things that Crash told us yesterday,
Could you
just
do
before
some
he died.
research for me?
Sure. What?
Could you research rudder drums for me?
Rhododrum? Sure. I don't think we have any books on that topic in the shop, but I'll contact our suppliers. Assuming any of them will extend you any credit.
Tell them it's an emergency.
Uh-huh. I can see where a rhododrum book would be incredibly urgent. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Times Picayune, dated June 22nd, 1993. Disgusted with the state of the Voodoo murder case, Gabriel turns right to his horoscope. The shadow upon you is no longer reversible.
Wonderful.
Seems that we've finally taken things too far. So, the next thing I'm going to do has a tendency to kill you on occasion. Because they really don't give you a lot of time, and it is difficult to see what you're supposed to do. So I'm going to save it here quickly. I mean, it's easy when you know what to do, but
I'll be back later.
Good luck.
the first time it's really pretty difficult, and you only have a second or two.
What? Dr. John? Hello?
So we're at the museum, all the lights are out. Oops. And oh no! Snake! So, this constrictor snake is currently choking us, and actually I think we need the mechanic button. If we remember from the book that we read, I think on day 1 about snakes, constrictor type snakes can often be sort of distracted or disoriented by vibrations. And if you see this tiny little button there, it turns on the fan or the AC.
Bastard!
Good day, Mr. Knight.
That thing just tried to kill me.
He did? I am sorry. The museum is closed today, you see, and we were not expecting visitors. But if you will excuse me, Mr. Knight, I must go look for him. He is incredibly valuable.
You don't need to ask twice. I'm out of here. By the way, you might want to lock your door next time you're closed.
Not a bad idea. Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Dr. John seems like a nice guy. Alright, so Professor Hartridge told us that he has some info for us, so let's go take a look at that. Let's stop into the bookstore first, quickly.
What happened to you?
Who, me? Nothing. Why?
Well, you're kind of a pale green color. Come here.
Pale green, you say? Charming.
What's that on your face?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Looks like a sparkly or something. Got it.
I love it when you pick stuff off my face, Grace.
Well, excuse me.
Alright, so she placed it down here in this ashtray, and I don't know if we need the magnifying glass or just...
There's
Yeah.
a snake scale in the ashtray.
Grab the tweezers.
Looks like the python left me a souvenir. Very interesting.
And if we take a look at the two
Gabriel
scales...
magnifies the scale from the lake. The iridescent scale is brilliantly hued with greens and purples.
Okay, and then we will look at the one we just got from...
Gabriel magnifies the snake scale from the Voodoo Museum's python. It's hued with purples and greens. It matches the scale from Lake Pontchartrain. He places the two scales together.
Alright, so now we have some pretty decent evidence that Dr. John is involved in these voodoo murders, or
I'm
at the
going
very
out.
least that his snake is.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps the snake is acting on its own. Now let's stop in with the good professor. Alright, let's hop back here to the office.
Hey, Hot Ridge, what's the good word? Hot Ridge? Ah! Oh, God, not again.
Seems that we have discovered our next dead body. I don't think we need to search him for tattoos, though. But, why don't we take a quick look at his notes before we go?
These notes look interesting.
Let's take a read. There we go. People within a Gris tribe, Agun Baragri, Dambala the snake, and the circle within a circle, or wheel within a wheel, rather. Let's head out. I think this time Gabriel actually tells people.
Before leaving the university, Gabriel notifies campus security about Hartridge's body.
Alright. Now, we don't really need to go here yet because, actually, you know, yeah, I am just gonna wait for him to come down to the station. And we see the drummers are out here spying on the police as well.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Knight, come on in.
Now, I believe we have all the information we need to get him to reopen the case. So, let's show him this.
You know those marks you found around the murder victims? This is a reconstruction of the whole pattern.
What makes you think this is an accurate reconstruction?
Well, I borrowed the partial patterns from your police file and did my own tracing of the pattern at Lake Pontchartrain. An architectural artist reconstructed it for me from the partials.
Really? So this is the whole pattern, huh? Well, that's pretty good work, Knight. But that doesn't prove that this pattern is really connected to voodoo.
Let's give him these scales.
Putting the scales there would...
I have these two snake scales. One's from the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. The other's from a snake in the Voodoo Museum on Ursulines and Charters.
Is this common? Do they all look alike?
Not at all. They're both constrictor scales, and the coloring is the same. A python's coloring is quite individualistic.
A python?
That's right. hardly an indigenous snake to Louisiana. Somehow, some way, the Voodoo Museum's python was at the scene of the Lake Pontchartrain murder.
Well, I'd call that a lead, all right. It certainly suggests certain lines of inquiry at the museum. Not bad work, Knight. Whether or not the museum's involved with a legitimate voodoo cult, though, is another matter. These guys may just be faking it, too.
And I believe the last thing we need is Hartridge's notes, which adds some legitimacy to the voodoo nature of the crimes.
Take a look at these notes. They're from Professor Hartridge at Tulane University.
Yeah? And what about them?
They confirm that the pattern from the murders is of African origin.
Really? It's incredible, isn't it? Something like that showing up here?
It's been here for quite some time, so it seems.
I'm impressed. Okay, you've convinced me. The murders were done by a legitimate voodoo cult. Okay, I'll reopen the case. I hate to admit it, but you've done some pretty good detective work here, Knight.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, point taken. Glad I could inspire you. I'll check around the department, but I have a feeling I'm on my own. In fact, I better lock up this office just in case I step on a few toes. Come on.
The other thing we needed to give him was the information that we gave him yesterday when we came to see him.
Now, lay low and let me handle this.
Yeah, fine.
The old newspaper clipping. Alright, so I think that's the end of today, actually. So we may be signing off in just a second. Yep.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Alright. So as Grace walks out here, we will end the video and come back at you with day 6. See you later.